At 11 on Channel 61.
Jesse and the Street Gangs on the next all-new Fame.
Saturday at 6 on WTIC-TV, Channel 61, Hartford.
One of my favorite performers is David Brenner, because here's a guy who could take anything and make it sound funny. He's like, you want to hear something weird? Like, you want to hear something? You ever know when it's airlines? You know when the plane goes up and then it comes down again? Isn't that weird? You ever know the difference like between New York and L.A.? In New York, they're mean. L.A., they're laid back. It's like two different cities. Isn't that weird? How about pets? You ever notice pets are different? You ever notice pets are different from dogs and cats are different? Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? You want to hear something weird? You ever notice? You ever notice? I'm not funny. You ever notice that?
It's Comedy Tonight with our guests, Barry Diamond, Rich Jeni, Mike Rowe, Hiram Caston, and Uncle Floyd. Some of America's brightest comics, and who knows what else. Now, here's your host, Bill Boggs.
Mike? All right, thank you. Our first guest is an actor as well as a comedian. You may have seen him with Tom Hanks in Bachelor Party or National Lampoon's movie, Class Reunion. Who do I mean? I mean Barry Diamond. Hey.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, tonight, I'm going to do one of the greatest shows of my life tonight. Tonight, I'm going to do a show that's going to be so extraordinary that I swear to God, Flo Ziegfeld, the legendary show business entrepreneur, will rise up from his grave and say, "What the hell was that?" That is the kind of show that I hope to do for you tonight. I don't know, this show could turn out to be a nightmare for someone. And by someone, of course, I mean Bill Boggs, whose show this is. You see, my friends, let me tell you something. Why am I going to tell you something? Well, because I'm a comedian, and I'm supposed to tell you things. If I didn't tell you anything at all, I would be a mime. You see, my friends, I am in show business, but yet my life is just like your life, only completely different. I wake up in the morning just like you people wake up in the morning. I relieve myself, then I go to the bathroom. Then I come back and I clean up the mess. Then I go in the living room and I turn on the TV and I watch cartoons. I watch cartoons from 10:30 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is almost an impossible thing to do because cartoons go off about 11:30. Then from 4 o'clock until 5 o'clock, I look for a job. At 5 o'clock exactly, I run out to my car, drive out into traffic, and make believe that I'm coming home from work. This is my life. I've just made myself more vulnerable than I thought possible on this particular show, in front of complete strangers. People who I've never even so much as slept with before. But all of that is going to change, my friends, because I'm telling you, this audience is starting to look very good to me. And I'm not talking about just the studio audience, I'm talking about the people at home who are watching this show. You see, my friends, look, did I overdress? No? Actually, when I left my hotel tonight, I was wearing culottes. And a man saw me in the elevator and he said, "Someone's taking a fashion risk." I said, "Moi?" No? I didn't know who he meant. So what I did was I put on what he was wearing and I took off my culottes and I put them on his head, and now there's a man going up and down in an elevator with culottes on his head, which wasn't a bad look for him, by the way. You know, a lot of y'all out there are saying to yourselves, am I gay or am I Memorex? Well, I'm not gay, ladies and gentlemen. I would be gay if I could be, but I cannot make those parades 8 o'clock in the morning. I go to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to get up in 4 hours for a gay parade. If they had a parade at noon or 2 o'clock, I'd be there. But they have these parades at unreasonable hours. I don't even think gay people show up. I think they hire surrogate gay people to show up and go marching up and down the street. But I could be wrong. Anyway, boys and girls, I had a wonderful time here tonight, and you've been a wonderful audience, and I tell you this because, you know, sometimes after the show is over, the audience goes home, and sometimes they get a little depressed when they get there, wondering if, in fact, they were a good audience. And I'm telling you guys up front that you were a good audience because I don't want you to go through all that anxiety and trauma when you get out of here. That's the kind of woman I am. Thank you very much.
Taking the day off was a great idea.
Yeah. Now what do we do?
Something new, something different.
Like what? While you're thinking, have my antiperspirant.
No.
No?
Try my spray. It's strong. Do something different.
I did. I switched to Secret Solid. It works better than your wet spray.
Better, huh? Then maybe...
Secret Solid's pH balanced for women. Now go and fix us some breakfast.
Me?
Do something new, something different.
Secret Solid, strong enough for a man.
But pH balanced for a woman. Oh, there's lasagna with ricotta, which I really love a lotta. Pizza with pepperoni, mozzarella, no bologna. A gorgeous thing, creamy chicken a la king. Weight Watchers has 23 entrees. That's more deliciousness than anybody else. 23 including chicken sweet and sour, southern fried or cacciatore, spaghetti, ravioli, and there's ziti macaroni. There's filet or fish or gratin. Oh, now what have I forgotten? Weight Watchers. This is living.
The Grandmore Motor Lodge.
Your fantasy getaway.
The Red Room's heart-shaped waterbed.
The disco room's flashing lights.
Drift away on a giant round waterbed.
Or just relax.
In the love tub.
For something excitingly different, come to the Grantmore Motor Lodge.
The Grandmore Motor Lodge, your fantasy getaway.
Call Connecticut's Grantmore, 666-5481 for reservations or a free brochure.
You got the radio station blues. Turn to 96 TIC FM.
What's love got to do with it? She's an easy lover. All night long. All night.
Every hour, every day, nobody gives you more music. 96 TIC FM.
Hey, dudes, stop what you're doing. It's time for FTV!
Now, I know you're probably saying to yourself, what's FTV all about?
FTV is the crazy new music video comedy show that's right here on this channel, featuring takeoffs on Bruce, Cindy, Tina, Ozzy, and many, many more. Radical! Join the FTV cast every week for music video fun and excitement.
Saturday night at 11:30 on Channel 61.
Okay, some people watch television to relax, but this next comedian says he started watching TV because he wanted to help people. Please welcome Hiram Kasdan.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're too kind. I want you to know I canceled the European vacation so as not to miss Amazing Stories on NBC. It's great. I saw the first episode. It was about a doctor that makes house calls. It was truly amazing, ladies and gentlemen. We can bring the audience in now. I want you to know, you remember the show Gilligan's Island? Right? Now, you remember these people thought they were going on a 3-hour tour. Don't you think they overpacked a little bit? What 3-hour tour? The professor brought his whole library. Hey, I like to read as much as the next guy, you know, but Evelyn Wood couldn't knock off all these books in 3 hours. My favorite show, however, was taken off the air last year, Fantasy Island. You remember? Yeah, you remember that little guy tattoo? Remember the plane, the plane? What you never understood was to him, everything's a plane. The plane, the plane. No tattoo, that is a table. He's a little hump. I don't care. I don't mind that he's a dwarf. You know what bothers me? He's a foreign dwarf. You know what I mean? We could have gotten an American dwarf to do the show. We didn't have to go overseas and get this little hump. Ladies and gentlemen, no, it's a great show. And you know, in real life, Tattoo married a woman 6'2". I read it in the Inquirer, so I know it's true. 6'2". He's 2'6". And they showed them dancing together close. And in paper, it was unbelievable. On a honeymoon, what do you have to make? 2 trips? What is it? 6'2", 2'6". I don't. What I love. Now, don't get me wrong. Mrs. Tattoo didn't marry Tattoo just for the money. She would have married him had he been a plain, ordinary dwarf. Just the kind you see every day at a singles bar. Buy a drink. She would have drop kicked him. Get out of here. Now, the relationship, they worked together around the house like a team, despite the disparity of their heights. He would, every time he wanted to take a bath, she'd take her stockings out of the sink. She didn't care. The woman was filled with love. Please, we don't have time to wait for this now. Every time he'd change a light bulb, she'd help him out of the refrigerator. They worked together. They worked together around the house, and that's important. Where are they now? Somebody told me Tattoo's an air traffic controller. You know, the plane. No, he's not that either. He doesn't have to work anymore. He's now a dwarf of leisure. In his beautiful Beverly Hills mansion, in his evening wear by Mattel. Pacing, back and forth, under his bed. Pacing, because he thought she loved him for him. My favorite episode, you ask? Last year, the last episode, when Ricardo Montalban finally got his fantasy. He got to run over Tattoo with a Cordoba.
Hey, kids. It's going to be a wonderful time in our Comedy Tonight neighborhood because here's Mr. Frodger.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the condo hood. A beautiful day in the condo hood. Hi, kids. Are you? Yes. I got a nice little gift here. Would you like to see it? I knew you would. Nice. Maybe someday you can have one, too. Would you like to learn something today, huh? Would you like to learn about the alphabet? Sure. The first letter is A. You know what that stands for? That stands for, the sound you make when you get held up. B is for the bad man who holds you up. Huh? C is for the court where you and the bad man go. D is for the defense that the bad man gets. E is for the excellent defense the bad man gets. F is for the free, excellent defense the bad man gets. Huh? Did you ever know? And G is for a grand. It's $1,000. That's what you pay your lawyer. See? And H is for how are you going to get that grand after the bad man took all your money? I is for IOU. That's what you write out your lawyer. See? J is for judge. It's also for jip, jerk, and jackass. K is for kickback. Something the judge receives sometimes. L is for lawyer. It's also for loser, liar, and louse. M is for mockery, another word for law. N is for nincompoop, a German word for judge. O is for zero, which is how much money you'll have left in your account after you pay your lawyer and the court costs. P is for peon. The court will pee on you. Q is for Q-Bert. R is for the Ramones. S is for stole. The bad man stole your money. T is for took. The lawyer took your money. U is for you. The bad man and the lawyer took you. V is for victim, a word which does not exist in the courts. W is for when will this bit end? X is for Xavier Holland, and Y because we love you. And Z is for zoo, a Latin word that means court. Well, that's all the time I have today. It's a beautiful day in the condo hood. A beautiful day in the condo hood.
Coming up, two guys who think life's a piece of cake. Hey, who put all the salt in this?
Son after son, when work's to be done, you can't go wrong with a rider. With scrambled or fried, ham on the side, you can't go wrong with a rider.
Got a hankering for hash browns that are shredded, southern style, or with real cheddar? You know they'll taste all right if it says all right.
They always taste great, plate after plate. You can't go wrong with a rider. 'Cause when it says all rider, it's all rider.
Now there's a new route to college. The new GI Bill plus the new Army College Fund. If you qualify, you can earn over $25,000 for college while you learn things no one can put a price on. The new GI Bill plus the new Army College Fund.
Be all that you can be.
Together, they can put you on the road to college.
Find your future in the Army.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Wash and go, it hurts.
Got too much you're busy doing to fuss around with your shampoo and keep your hair on the go with you.
Wash and go, it hurts.
You want a shampoo works as hard as you.
Wash and go, it hurts.
Her shampoo has a drop of conditioner, so you just wash and go with great hair and no fuss.
Wash and go, it hurts.
Some pine cleaners have it. Some pine cleaners don't. Pine Sol Cleaner has more pine to clean, deodorize, and disinfect for a complete clean. Pine Sol, the more complete cleaner.
If you're enjoying this Comedy Tonight broadcast, why not take a moment and call a friend right now? It's okay to wake them up. No, they won't mind. It's worth it. Phone them.
All right, now here's a comedian who thinks that self-improvement books can make excellent stocking stuffers for relatives. Rich Jeni.
Thank you much, folks. How are you? How's everybody? All right. Good. I'm in a good mood. I had a big roast turkey for lunch, which changed my whole attitude about life. It really does. A turkey, I mean, you sit there, you look at the turkey, and life is tough, and you have problems, but hey, nobody ever cuts a hole in your butt and fills you with mushrooms. You look at that, somehow the phone bill isn't such a big deal, is it? I mean, you're upside down in a pan, no hair, peas in your chest, 10 in the morning, you're off to a very bad day. I thought I had problems because my hair started to fall out a little bit. I got scared watching them on late night TV selling the hair pieces. You ever see them? $79.95 at this toupee, you can swim with it on. And they show you the guy. It's not funny, you know, going bald. One of these days, your wife's on the couch running her fingers through your hair, and you're not home. I don't want to be involved in this. Started taking vitamins for the hair. Your hair still falls out, but the ones that are left are a lot stronger. Eventually, you got one 60-pound lash on your head, which... Now you're bald, you're bitter, nobody can talk to you. Like, hi, how are you? Go, back up. I was just, keep your distance. I've got hair and I'm prepared to use it. Back up. They lie to you about these things. They lied to get me to join my health spa. Showed me a picture of Victoria Principal working out in the gym. So I joined. The first woman I saw was 4,000 pounds. Brown leotards and white leg warmers. How do I look? Like a Clydesdale. Come on, get a grip on this. Think I should work out? I think you should get some friends and pull some beer in here. It's too late for that. Just move over. And why is it always the weirdest looking naked guy that wants to talk to you in the locker room? I hate it. Put your clothes on. I hate that. And they don't care. The guy's naked. How are you? It's nauseous. You want to cover that up? I really... Put a towel on yourself. I don't want to watch that. And I'm not getting in that jacuzzi either. I don't see what's healthy about a jacuzzi. 6,000 people I don't know had their bottom steam cleaned in this thing. They got germs in here that got kicked out of a gas station toilet. There's no way. Nothing I like better than to work out, get naked, and sink into a piping crock of disease. This is great. Come on. Every pore in your body is open. Microbes are coming in on jet skis. Mosquitoes are breeding on the rim there. It's always Renfield, the towel boy with a humpback. The water's lovely today, sir. And there's always some guy in a tub. They lied to you. They lied when they got me to buy my microwave oven. Told me it could cook food. It can't cook food. Microwave, no degrees on it. One setting on the oven, nuke. You put meat in, the meat goes in brown and comes out white. That food isn't cooked, it's scared. Let's be honest. I mean, a roast cooks in 10 minutes, a whole chicken cooks in like 8 minutes. You put a thing like minute rice in a microwave oven, you can't cook it at all. You can't get minute rice out fast enough. The oven outruns it. You try, you put it in, you go, damn! You're going, how's the rice? Burnt again! Well, you must have overcooked it. I didn't cook it at all. What happened? I opened the box, there was a sonic boom, and now it's black. We've got to get slow with food, Marge. Why are you so upset? $500 for this thing we haven't eaten in a month. You gotta have courage to use these things. Courage. Courage. I admire courage in a man. Jacques Cousteau, there was a courageous guy. Remember Jacques, the undersea world? Every week some disgusting, grotesque thing had to be done in the bottom of the ocean. Jacques didn't waste a minute. Walked to the front of the boat, kicked his son over the side. Threw him right in, didn't care. Every week he's got a drink. He said, the Calypso pulled up into the area of the giant electrified octopus. It was necessary for someone to dive down, wrestle him, and neuter him with a corkscrew. Under our volunteer system, Junior was pushed over the rail. I myself remained on deck, seeing that the croissants did not burn. Be with us next week when Junior will give an enema to a sperm whale. Thank you much.
Great, thanks. Go Boggs, right? Now there's a guy standing over here who's someone who took music lessons for 15 years but could never afford an instrument. So Mike Rowe, hit it.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks. How you doing? Good. I want to start simple with this quick impression. This is for the people who don't get to New York City often enough. This is Times Square. Darn jaywalkers. I'm from Connecticut originally, thank you very much, and actually born and raised in a mobile home, which is a weird way to be brought up. You hear stuff in my house like, Dad, I'm going over to 7-Eleven and pick up some coffee. Can I borrow the house? 7-Eleven brings back weird memories. My parents did our Christmas shopping there. Merry Christmas, Mike. Here's that chunky you always wanted. Open it, go ahead. We'll make the best of it, though. We still have a nice dinner. Every year, my dad would stand over the holiday table and carve the Christmas Slim Jim. Then we'd have a prayer of thanks. We'd raise our Slurpees. We'd bow our heads and pray, oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven. I like to do this song for you now. This song is off my next album. Here we go. Everybody. Solo. Thanks very much. I'm hyperventilating right now, but thank you. Actually, I used to do it all day long. I used to work in malls. I used to work in cheap organ shops. I was the guy hiding behind a cheap organ going... Some lady come by, she would know the difference. I'm going... That's nice, you got the bossa nova beat on that?
Share the terror in outer space where no one can hear you scream. Alien. Robert Redford is Brubaker. Mel Brooks and Harvey Korman in High Anxiety. Sally Field and James Caan in Kiss Me Goodbye. Tender Mercies. Gene Wilder, Terry Garr, and Peter Boyle star in Young Frankenstein. Blade Runner, featuring Harrison Ford. Escape from New York. Carnal Knowledge. The Seduction. The Howling. Cross Creek. Sahara. 10 to Midnight. Faye Dunaway is the Wicked Lady. A Force of One. Bolero. Valley Girl. Middle-Aged Crazy. Taps. The Verdict. And much, much more.
What's hot?
What's not?
Coming up, we predict the hottest TV shows in our future.
Can yogurt extend your life?
Our Heartmobile travels to Baltimore to feast on soft-shell crab.
And women from across America tell us if a sweater can reveal your personality.
So join Melanie Chardoff,
Fred Willard,
and Ken Minyard.
All on What's Hot,
What's Not,
on the In-Day Network.
Weekdays on Channel 61.
Promotional fees paid by...
The Chatham Automatic Rest Warmer provides graduated warmth for your body and added warmth at your feet, so it's better than an electric blanket. Call toll-free for store names.
New Bright dries in half the time.
So shiny and already dry. Wish I was.
Turn on a bright shine with New Bright.
Help keep your world looking smooth and colorful. Wear coveralls.
All right, I want to thank all of our guests. Thank you very much. And, of course, I really enjoyed Mr. Frogers, but I'd like to welcome Uncle Floyd to the show.
Thanks for having me here.
Floyd, yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you. Uncle, among your many pursuits, I understand you are a very big rock music fan. Is that not correct?
I always have been, but I'm very disappointed the way the young rock and roll fans are behaving at rock concerts nowadays. Years ago, we sat like this and we watched. Today... And what does this mean? You know, I don't... Hey, that was part of the act. Watch. So I want everybody to sit down and behave. I couldn't see anything.
Just
couldn't see anything.
Just sit like this at rock concerts?
They were trying to save me, man. And they stand on chairs and...
Coming up next, it's international intrigue and espionage as Robert Vaughn stars as the Man from U.N.C.L.E. Here.